I'm your host, Clint.
And I'm your other host, Jeremy. What? Two hosts? Whoa, guess what, Clint? It's a
special episode.
Oh, pew, pew, pew.
Woo, woo, woo.
And welcome to Know This Trivia.
Know this?
So, Clint, what makes this episode so special?
Well, Jeremy, we have a special guest on our podcast today.
It's our art director. It's Amy.
Woo!
Hello, Internet.
Oh, welcome. Welcome to the Know This Trivia podcast.
Welcome to ASMR with Clint and Jeremy, and Amy makes three.
I don't like that.
3 is not a crowd.
But before we get to today's topic, Amy, tell us a little bit about yourself. Why are you here?
Well, first of all, the biggest reason that I'm here is because you asked me to be here. But I'm really excited to be here.
Welcome.
And as listeners probably know from your end credits, I am the art director and cover artist for the podcast.
Pew, pew, pew.
And I like to do a lot of comics. So you could actually follow my comic about two bird best friends on Instagram. If you have it, follow at Jim and Ferdy. That's JIM and FERDIE.
Who knew you were going to get another ad segment right in the middle?
And their slogan is "Two long birds, one strong friendship." Go check it out.
Yeah, that's like us. Two long Asian guys, one
I'm not
great
long.
friendship. Okay, one short guy and one decently height normal person. One great friendship.
Let's tell our listeners what we're covering today. It's a great topic, Jeremy. Why did we choose this topic?
As you all know, America just finished their great election of 2020. We had inauguration. You know, some people thought some things were going to happen. Turns out it didn't. And it all revolves around today's topic, QAnon conspiracy theories.
Ooh, we are a comedy podcast, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, full disclosure, we don't believe in QAnon or any of that stuff. Clearly,
Who's we?
It didn't pan out. Okay, Clint, what do you want to tell me? What do you want to tell me, huh?
We'll talk about it in my segment.
Before we go on to the topic, Amy, what do you know about QAnon?
I've literally never heard of QAnon, so this is going to be interesting. But Anon sounds like anonymous, so maybe people who are trying to cover their tracks on the internet while talking about conspiracies.
This is gonna be interesting. I almost feel like we should just like try to sell QAnon to her, like the stories, and try to see if she would be a convert. Yeah,
yeah. Leave it to me. I got you. All right. All right. So for this special episode, we're gonna change up our format a bit. We're still doing the short questions in the beginning and then long questions in the end, but we're gonna split it this time. Where Clint. I'm gonna ask the short form questions in the beginning of round one, and Jeremy is gonna try to help Amy get to the right answer. Maybe
yes. Me, Jeremy, do long questions. Apparently, that's how we speak it now. That was a caveman episode.
And then in the second round, Jeremy is gonna take over the questions, and I'm gonna try to help Amy answer the questions. Does that sound good to you, Amy?
Yes.
All right, so let's get started with the round one. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
All right. We're going to team up a little bit, so let's do it.
All right, round one. The first question, I'm going to play a little game with you guys. It's going to be called Two Truths and a Lie. Do you guys know that game? You know how it works?
Yes.
Okay. As you know, or Amy, this is brand new information probably. QAnon is a conspiracy theory that's become a group that believes in a lot of wild claims. So what I'm gonna give you guys is I'm gonna give you 3 claims that they have supposedly said. So 2 is gonna be something that they've actually claimed from the group, and 1 is gonna be a lie. So you have to figure out which one's the 2 truths and 1's the lie. All right, you guys good? Ready?
All right, hit us up.
Got it.
All right. First claim is that the CIA installed North Korean leader Kim Jong-un as a puppet ruler. Okay, second claim is that the German's Chancellor Angela Merkel is Adolf Hitler's granddaughter.
Angela Merkel.
And then third claim is that Hillary Clinton has a secret marriage with Barack Obama. All right.
Interesting.
So,
all right.
Which one is the truth and which one is the lie?
All right. So let's recap. So we got CIA planting Kim Jong-un.
Yes.
We got
Angela Merkel being the granddaughter of Hitler.
And the third one, we have Hillary Clinton and Obama having some nice love cess.
Secret marriage.
All right. So, Amy, what do you think?
I feel like they would believe the Angela Merkel thing because it's kind of specific.
I believe it. I'm sorry.
Are you in QAnon? Is this episode an advertisement?
I mean, let's just see. You know, do you think we can imagine Angela Merkel with a little stash right underneath her nose?
I mean, if you try hard enough, you could imagine anyone with a stash.
I mean, that's Hitler's definitive feature, okay?
It's also Charlie Chaplin's definitive feature. So.
Yeah, but Charlie Chaplin had a hat, so.
But when he takes the hat off at night.
He doesn't, okay? You never see him take it off.
He sleeps in the hat. I feel like that is one of them. I feel like that's true because it's so specific.
Okay. What about the other ones?
The first one, the CIA thing, I could see them thinking that because a lot of conspiracy theories are about like rulers and power, like the Illuminati and like different countries and who's actually like calling the shots. So I feel like maybe that's true too. And the Hillary and Obama one's kind of funny. So maybe that one's not true. Well, it's like funny to think of because I definitely don't think that's true. So maybe...
I mean, but it's not what you think is true. It's what QAnon conspiracy theorists think are true.
Yeah. Think as a QAnon.
I don't know how to do that.
All right, guys. Come on. I need an answer.
Yeah, this is quick. This is the quick round. Go.
Oh, this is the quick round?
I mean, so I already know the first one is true because that one, that's something that the QAnon people know. But the other two I've never heard. So that's
QAnon does believe the CIA thing.
Yeah, so you get a 50-50.
Okay, I think I'll just stick to what I thought of at first. So I think that the one that they don't believe is the secret marriage between Hillary and Obama, even though as I say it, now I'm not as sure. I'll just stick with that.
You are correct. Those two first ones, yes. The CIA thing is right. It was claimed. This is, and then also the German Chancellor Angela Merkel as Adolf Hitler's granddaughter is true. And then I made up the Clinton and Obama.
You made it up. It sounded like it's something you would make up.
Yeah.
For fun.
Yeah. I actually just made it up right when I was saying the Angela Merkel thing because I was like, what's going to be my lie? I didn't actually have a lie. So let's move on.
Nice.
Yeah, follow our Patreon for Clint's fan fiction of Obama and Hillary Clinton.
Oh, no.
No, my fan fiction is going to be Michelle Obama and George W. Bush, but we won't talk about that.
I don't like that either.
They're like besties. Haven't you
opposites
seen?
attract.
Haven't you seen?
Like polar opposites.
All right. So second question for our first round. We're going to talk about how QAnon started or how it first started. Okay. Can you guess where it was first posted? It started on the internet.
Okay. So like what site it was posted on?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know a ton of sites from
Facebook.
Before, but I will guess 4chan because there was a lot of like nonsense and trolling and weird stuff going on with 4chan and a lot of like what's the word? Contention or like what's the word?
Contemporary.
No.
Conviction. Communication.
Controversy with 4chan and like other sites and controversy. So I'll say 4chan because a lot of weird stuff happened on there.
Okay.
There's only like 3 options in my head anyway, so I'll just pick that one.
All right. You are correct. It was started on 4chan.
Damn.
Wow, I'm so lucky.
According to BBC.com, it started in October 2017 on 4chan, and the user signed off as Q. That's how it started, the whole being anonymous and then the letter Q. And they claim to have a level of U.S. security approval known as Q clearance. So the letter Q isn't everywhere here. And then also, since this like thread started or like this message board started, the messages became known as Q drops or breadcrumbs. I don't know which one I like more. I think I like breadcrumbs.
I kind of feel like they should have been something like more Q related. So like Q-tips.
Q-tips.
You know, it's like they got, they leaving little tips around, you know, it's a little Q-tip, little anonymous quote.
Here's a Q-tip for you.
Don't put it in your ear.
Yeah, so often the messages were peppered with a lot of slogans and then also very lots of like quotes that they used to use in the military and also a lot of pro-Trump pledges. So I didn't know that it was pretty recent, like 2017.
Yeah, that's actually pretty surprising.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the start of QAnon. All right. And we're going to do the final question of the first round. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Okay, so this is based on a survey that the Pew Research.org did. They just surveyed U.S. adults. They asked these adults, what is QAnon? I want you guys to guess what the top 3 words they picked to describe QAnon.
Ooh, top 3 words they picked to describe what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
So the question was, what is QAnon? And they questioned U.S. adults.
Okay.
Ugh.
Top 3.
That's tough, man. Because like I feel like anything could have been about it. Like they talk about so many random stuff. Like they forget talked about Angela Merkel and Kim Jong-un. Like, come on.
I can already think of 2. So my first guess is something that I would have thought it was if you just randomly said it to me, which is a search engine. Because the Q reminds me of questions, and it might just be like a place to ask things, like a random search engine. And then my other guess might be like the conspiracy thing, because some people might know what it is already. Although I didn't know, so I wonder how many people actually know.
Okay, so to help you out, Amy, it's adults who have heard or read about the group.
Oh, they have heard
QAnon.
of it.
Yeah.
And didn't he ask that it's going to be like a word?
No, it's also a phrase.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
words or phrases.
So if they've heard of it, then yeah, maybe one of them is just correct. Conspiracy group.
You know, I feel like they're pretty big into Trump. Like, I feel like Trump would be like a word that they search up or something.
I could kind of see that, especially if it emerged in 2017 during his presidency. Kind of near the beginning, like the second year.
This survey was conducted in August to September 2020.
Oh, okay. So this is
that's
a recent survey.
This is a recent survey.
I could see people talking about things that are Trump related.
All right, you got 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
4.
Okay, Trump, conspiracy group, and Confederacy.
Oh, okay. All right. You were correct with the conspiracy, Amy. So you were 1 out of 3. So conspiracy was number 1. 44% of the group said conspiracy. The second one was they called it a group or organization. That was just what they described it as.
Oh, okay. Because they're in it.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, it's a group. It's
just my group that I go to.
I don't.
You know, you just hang out with my friends.
Yeah. Don't you have like book club every Wednesday? That's just my thing.
Q Club, you know?
Q Club.
Ooh, Q Club. The hottest club in New York. Q Club.
Q.
Anyways, yeah. And then the third one, the top 3, is association with the political right. That was the third description that they had.
With a political right?
That is true. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're very related to, you know, pro-Trump stuff, a little bit in that kind of stuff things too.
Okay, so the rest of my answers were like on the edge, but not quite.
Your Trump one is still. So the next one. So there's like top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a top 7.
Top 100.
There's a top 7, and then the next one is child trafficking or abuse. That was the next one. The next one was Trump as savior / victim. Okay, so you got that for the Trump thing. The next one was extreme or marginal. Last one that they had on there, or people guessed, was that the political left as villain.
Oh.
Yeah. So full disclosure, I also did some research about it for our second group questions. And they definitely are pretty big, you know, pro-Trump, very on the right side, or they like really hate on the left side at least.
Anyways, that's all I had for my first round. How you guys feel?
Good.
Yeah, you know, I'm still hanging on that Angela Merkel stuff, man.
I can't believe I got so many things right. I'm so lucky.
Yeah, she's so good, Jeremy. Like, what the hell, Jeremy?
I know. Yeah, she's making us look dumb. What's happening?
What? No,
I don't
you do that
like
all by
this.
yourself.
Scrap this episode. Are we convincing you, Amy, to join QAnon? Like, are you? No.
I'm gonna say that's a hard pass.
Okay. All right.
Hard no.
I understand.
I mean, you haven't heard anything wrong about them so far.
Yeah.
You know?
What about all the hating on the left and the...
Well, yeah. Besides that,
Besides all the stuff that's wrong with them, nothing's wrong with them.
But like, you know, think about it. You know, like maybe Kim Jong-un was sent there by the CIA. You don't know. We know. Have you ever been to North Korea?
Have you?
No, but that's why
we're not allowed to go there.
Could be. Exactly. It's because the CIA's holding that fort down right now.
Are you in QAnon?
I'm just putting it out there. Okay?
Look, Amy, we have a quota to meet, and we need you to join.
I'm not joining
Have you
Q
heard
Club.
about our Lord and Savior QAnon?
I'm not going to Q Club.
Just help us out. Do like a month. There's no commitment. 1 month.
This is getting really weird. Listeners, you don't have to
First
you
month
don't have
on
to do
us,
anything
okay?
about this.
Just use the code. Know this trivia.
Is this a subscription to like weirdness?
I mean, have you seen Angela Merkel? Okay. Have you seen a side-by-side photo of Merkel and Hitler?
Are you going to be like, have you ever seen them in the same room before? Nope.
Because no one has.
Exactly. They are the same person.
But Hitler
Never
long
died.
passed away.
Hitler never died.
You know
What is
what? What's the
happening?
same between the two? They have the same house because that's her grandpappy. And he's like, you can have my house.
Wow. Imagine if that's true, man.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Holy crap.
I don't think I want to live in Hitler's old house.
All right, before we get too crazy, let's take a break before we start a second round.
Okay.
And we're back. Time for part 2, Clint. How about that, Amy? What you gonna do?
Is Amy still with us? Have we lost her? Or
I'm still here.
Okay, that's good.
All right. All right. So this is the second portion. We call these the longer questions. You know, I do a shorter question, but I get you a longer answer.
Okay.
Wait, what? Huh? It's nice and long.
All right.
What is the rating of your podcast?
We don't talk about that here.
5 stars.
All right. So the first question in part 2, we talked a little bit about QAnon, and we know that it used to be some like conspiracy theory thing, but we're going to actually bring all the way back to before QAnon.
Ooh.
All right. So, you know, QAnon started pretty early, stemming from something that was called Pizzagate.
Pizzagate?
Pizzagate. Clint, have you heard of Pizzagate?
From my search here and there about QAnon, it came up, but I didn't look into what the actual theory was. So, I mean, it has something to do with pizza.
Okay, so both of you guys can tag team this question.
I'm not gonna help you, Amy. I'm sorry.
So the question is, what is Pizzagate?
God damn
What
it.
is Pizzagate? And Pizzagate happened before QAnon was born?
Yeah, so we kind of call it as like the predecessor to QAnon.
Okay.
It's the baby. It's the baby.
So did something from Pizzagate spark the beginning of QAnon?
You know, it's what Hitler is to Angela Merkel, you know? It's
So
Pizzagate to QAnon.
Wait, but we don't know if that's true. Why would you say?
Definitely not true. Okay, full disclosure, it's not true.
Wait, so did QAnon happen because of Pizzagate, or is it just the biggest thing right before?
All right, so I'll say that my question is mainly about like what was the Pizzagate conspiracy? It's not really like how does it relate to QAnon.
Okay.
But they're strongly like
Anytime they talk about QAnon, Pizzagate is usually mentioned as like what started it or what was there before.
Okay.
Okay. Can I phone a member of QAnon?
Oh yeah, you want to phone a friend again?
No.
Does your girlfriend want to wake up for a nap again?
No. Not about this stuff. She's fine with the lupus stuff, but not.
The lupus awareness.
Yeah.
All right, so what is Pizzagate?
Something about pizza. And the gate would imply that something bad happened, possibly politically, because the whole actual, like from Watergate, that was a political scandal. A pizza scandal?
Hey man, you know, anything can happen.
Pizza doing crimes.
Pizza doing crimes.
Pizzagate, and it's something conspiratorial.
Pizza sounds good
Maybe.
right now. Order a 3-topping pizza with some cheese.
Hey, get back to the question. Come on, let's get
It's like a
back.
hungry question, a snack question.
Yeah, why would you ask this, Jeremy?
Pizzagate.
Okay, you know, to give you guys some clues, because y'all got too fixated on pizza, okay? I'm going to say it has something to do with this pizza restaurant called Comet Ping Pong.
Comet Ping Pong is a pizza place?
Like, I don't make up the names, okay? I don't make this stuff up. It lightly connects to Democratic officials. Some people also as like Bill Gates, Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey, things like that.
Ooh, I knew it was political. Pizzagate. That kind of sounds like an Illuminati thing.
Hey.
Like when people are always saying that random people are in the Illuminati who are like famous or have power.
That celebrities get better pizza than regular people.
All right, so is that your final answer,
It's a
Amy?
conspiracy to get better pizza. I don't think that's it.
I think
That'd be funny though, but also not fair because I want really good pizza.
that's why we're mad. I mean, the QAnon is mad.
There it is, Clint. We found out.
Oh wait, I think maybe Pizzagate is referring to like maybe the people that you mentioned meeting at the pizza place. Comet ping pong, and then they're doing something bad there, like something conspiratorial. Like maybe they're plotting some kind of government coup or some pizza related disaster. Maybe they're planning to overthrow the government. And install a new government and finally tell the world that the Illuminati exists.
And Oprah as my president? I vote for this. I don't I don't see what's wrong with this.
Yeah, we don't need a coup for that. You can just run. Final answer?
With Clint's support, I submit that as my final answer.
All right. Well, I won't say that you guys are completely correct, but let me give you guys the overview. They say that the Pizzagate conspiracy theory basically all stems back from these emails. So they got this from the email account of this guy named John Podesta, who was Hillary Clinton's campaign manager. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right. So they think that what happens at this pizza place called Comet Ping Pong was this child sex ring. Ooh, I know, right?
At the pizza place?
Yeah. So they're saying that, it happens at the basement of this pizza place. And some people call it this like human trafficking, this child sex ring. But people also call it as like the meeting ground for a satanic ritual abuse.
Oh.
How big is this pizza place? I need to see some measurements.
It's as big as a comet.
I mean, it's just like a normal restaurant. All right. So it's later on been debunked because like there is no basement at this restaurant. So like,
show me the evidence. I don't.
Yeah. Or are they saying that because they can't find a basement, that there secretly is a basement that they've been hiding from everybody? Dun, dun, dun. And it was actually kind of pretty big because a lot of conspiracy theorists kept on using this hashtag called Save the Children. Mm-hmm. And they're saying like, oh, all these Democratic leaders, as well as Bill Gates, Ellen DeGeneres, basically a lot of the, I guess, like reformist or like those like really progressive top people. And they kind of do relate it to the Illuminati as like these celebrities and people who would be the elite group who run this child sex ring.
Okay. This just turned real dark.
Yeah, it doesn't have much to do with pizza, unfortunately, but you can kind of see where people start thinking of like the origins of QAnon. Mm-hmm. They actually kind of say that QAnon was kind of all started as like people who think that there's evils in the world, and QAnon is the person who's trying to reveal these evils as part of this scheme for the greater good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I still want pizza, so that's
and I could go for some pizza, man. I could go for that.
With like some stuffed crust.
Ooh, cheesy crust, man.
Little Caesars has the more pepperoni thing.
Oh yeah, the extra pepperoni.
Yeah,
dude, I could go for that. Oh, nothing beats pepperoni pizza, man.
I don't know if this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I don't really like pepperoni. I like it before.
All right, this is the end of the episode. We're going to continue with just Jeremy and Clint, okay?
Wait, I like salami. I just don't like cooked pepperoni. Like I'll eat it before it's cooked. I like it when the fat is still like coagulated.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. Pepperoni on pizza is to die for.
It's like a whole new world. You know what? Next question, Jeremy.
All right. Time for part 2 of the second part. Questions?
Okay. Yeah, Disney is going to take us down for this episode.
Part 2.2?
Yeah, part 2.2. All right, Clint and Amy. Now, in 2018, the news wrote about this discovery in the QAnon conspiracy. They said these followers of the extreme conspiracy group, and they believe that there's a certain relative of a former president. They think that this relative was the leader who was known as Q. So my question for you is, which president do you think this person was related to? And why do you think they have this connection? Because there's like a whole story behind why they think Q was related to this president and why there's this whole entire conspiracy theory around it.
Q is not a president, but is related to a president.
Mm-hmm. That's what they're saying as part of this theory.
Okay.
You know, because when this was created, and this was in 2018, so it was pretty new, they had no idea who Q was.
Okay.
So which president do you think they thought was related?
To Q?
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be an alive president.
I feel like maybe it's not an alive president because there's a lot of conspiracies about presidential assassinations.
But it's
Haven't we had a couple
though.
Presidents assassinated?
Yeah. Because I was going to guess if it was a president, it's JFK. He didn't really get shot. He's the Q and he's just making up stuff. Anyways.
Oh, I feel like there's a lot of stuff about JFK.
There's a lot of conspiracies about his family.
So maybe it is
a Kennedy.
him. Was there anyone else who was assassinated?
Abraham Lincoln.
Was he assassinated? Oh, he was.
Yeah, when was he assassinated?
I forgot it, like for a second. I totally forgot all about that. But I don't know. That's like I feel like that's too far in the past.
Does he even have any relatives now?
What do you mean, does he have any relatives? He had kids.
I don't know. Maybe it stopped.
You know? Maybe Angela Merkel's related to Abraham Lincoln. You know, we don't know.
I don't know. Have you seen that mustache? Oh, this is hard. Is it a Clinton? I don't think it's a Democratic president because it's pretty right, like their claims. So it has to be a Republican. Maybe it's a Nixon.
Oh yeah, the whole actual Watergate came from Nixon.
Yeah, he's bitter. He was like, his dying words were like, avenge me and kill everybody. I don't.
That's how Mr. Richard Nixon sounded.
Is that what he sounded like?
Yeah, that's his voice. I'm gonna guess it's Nixon.
I guess I'll do Nixon too with you. Okay, but why then? Why are we picking Nixon?
Because of the whole Watergate thing. He's bitter. His family's bitter. He had to resign, and they want to take down the left.
Yeah, maybe. Like
he was
maybe
a Republican,
Q
right? Yes.
is trying to like get vengeance because of the whole revealed conspiracy and like try to bring up other things instead.
All right, is that the final answer?
Yep, let's lock it in. Nixon, bitterness, family. A vengeance.
Y'all should have kept on the Amy train because it was JFK, man.
Oh man, really? It was JFK. Was it an assassination thing and like a?
Of course, everything related to JFK is always about the assassination. Yeah. Come on.
But it doesn't make sense. Anyways, JFK was a Democrat.
QAnon actually has like this story where all the presidents, except for maybe 3 presidents, were part of this like Illuminati group. I think except for potentially maybe JFK. Basically, they said John F. Kennedy dying was inevitable. That was something that had to happen or whatever for the greater Illuminati good. But they think that John F. Kennedy Jr., JFK's son, was actually Q.
Really?
Yeah. Now, JFK Jr. actually died from a plane crash.
Yeah.
Okay. And they died pretty early on. But they said that John F. Kennedy Jr. supposedly died and faked his death so that he could be Q and so that he could figure out why John F. Kennedy was dying. And they think that maybe JFK Jr. died was something that was staged because after JFK died, Hillary Clinton's career became really, really prominent in the political realm. So they were like, oh, Hillary Clinton tried to kill JFK Jr. because they had to make way for her political career and make her a really big, prominent person. And you hear it. A lot of the Trump supporters are against Hillary Clinton about her emails and all their things because they think that she's like the devil almost. So there was like this huge thing about it. And it's kind of even weirder. Now, this was like 2018 thing, so we don't know if like any of the Q people still believe in this, but they say that John F. Kennedy Jr. was Q and that Trump is their savior. And that's where Clint's keywords come into play because they kind of think like Trump is like that savior who's coming back from heaven, I guess, to like avenge people or something or bring out the greater good, something. And I don't know. But they say that Trump and his allies supposedly recite a daily prayer to a picture of JFK at the Oval Office.
That's juicy.
Yeah. And I'm going to quote what they say. And I don't know if this is even true. Obviously, it's not true, I think. But this is what they say. So it goes, rest in peace, Mr. President. Since your tragic death, patriots have planned, installed, and by the grace of God, activated the beam of light. And they say that the beam of light is the name of the secret organization that Trump is the leader of to get rid of this Illuminati group. So there's like this whole weird connection that they have with JFK and like trying to make way for Hillary Clinton, trying to, you know, get rid of people, try to assassinate, all these different things. And they even believed that some of these children dying and this whatever sex trafficking thing is related to the Clintons because they think Hillary Clinton sucks blood out of little children.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
It's like, I don't even know how they make up these things, man.
Why isn't this a Netflix show yet? But I'm pitching this show.
I could totally see Netflix doing like a documentary on QAnon.
Yeah. or a show. It'll just be called Q.
Yeah. So
crazy.
I mean, I think nowadays actually, like they kind of have revealed like they know who has been writing these things, and they kind of know who like's been starting it. Because some people have like revealed, oh yeah, I used to write for Q and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people trolling, and then people believing that the trolls are actually real people and stuff. And it's like,
oof.
And for only $9.99 a month, Amy, you can become a member.
Not down.
And we'll pay for your first month if you use coupon code Know This Trivia.
I
don't like where this is going.
Join the Q Club now.
Oh man, this is some crazy. It's too much. Like to even believe most of the things, or to even like try to get caught up with it. It's so many things that they claim. I would just like go crazy trying to believe everything. It's too many. It's too much.
It's too much brain work.
Yeah, way too much. I can barely cook an egg in the morning. Like I can't. I can't do this. Why am I a member? I mean, why? Let's go.
Clint, man.
Anyways, that's it, right?
All right. So, well, that's QAnon.
Crazy.
But
I respect it. I mean, let's move on.
Any last words, Amy? I'm not even gonna acknowledge Clint. What would you like to say, Amy?
Let's move on.
Shall we round it all up?
All right. Thanks for listening. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Know This Trivia. Please rate and review our podcast. It really helps us out. If you have any suggestions for topics or comments about our podcast, please email us at theknowthispodcast@gmail.com.
Let us know what you think of this guest episode. If you want more guest episodes and have us have more guest hosts, let us know in our email. And if you even want to join, we're always open. Just email us, DM us. We can talk. Cover art by
me, Amy Hoffman.
Music by Karthik Karakran. Edited and produced by Clint Valencia and Jeremy Mack. See you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.